Now students, suppose you have a coordinate plane and suppose I'm drawing two lines, one line here, one line here, and you can see that these two are parallel lines. So how to find the distance between these two lines? We know how to find the distance between 2 points that we learned. The question is how to find the distance between these two lines. So first of all, we need to know a line to find the distance. For example, some people say, okay, this is the distance, or some person might say, okay, this is the distance. So but that are not standard distances. Why are they not standard distances? Because each person can say whatever they want, or I can say, hey, I will calculate the distance like this. It will not work. We want a standard distance, and therefore we choose the perpendicular line. The perpendicular line, the line that is perpendicular to both. It is perpendicular to this line and is perpendicular to the other line. Why are we taking the perpendicular line? Because wherever you go, the perpendicular line will remain the same. Wherever you check the distance, the perpendicular distance will remain the same. Okay, so whenever we are talking about the distance between two parallel lines, we are always considering the perpendicular distance, because that is a standard distance, so that is a fixed distance. Okay, fine. Now how to find the distance? That is a headache. Now students, there is a simple formula given in the max textbook that you're using, in the NCERT textbook which you're using, but if those who want to study that formula can study that formula directly. That will give you the answer in just a minute, but I would like to do it a different way. Instead of directly by hearting that formula, I would like you to do it in a different way. So that will be what I will be focusing in this video. Okay, so suppose this is the equation of this line, y is equal to x plus 3, and it is the equation, and this is the equation of this other line, y is equal to x minus 2. Okay, this what I'm going to show you is applicable for all the lines. I'm just taking two lines as an example. So two lines, y is equal to x plus 3, y is equal to x minus 2. Okay, now consider these 2 points. If I know these 2 points, then I can use the distance formula and I can find the distance. So the aim of all this, so what we need to find is these 2 points. Do you get it? If we know these 2 points, then we can always find the distance between these two lines. Okay, so first of all, this point is easy. Why? Because it is a x-intercept. So x-intercept, the y coordinate will become 0. So it will be x1. I'm calling it x1 because here also I have to write another point. So x1 comma 0. Now next the aim is to find this point, and if I know that point, then we can use distance formula and calculate it easily. Okay, now one other thing that I want to tell you is why I chose this distance. I mean, I could draw the line here also, it is the same distance, but why I didn't choose this is because here if I take, I'll get one y coordinate 0 because it is x-intercept. That is why I chose that line. Okay, anyways, now so what is the equation of this red line? Let me take the coordinate plane off. Now what is the equation of this red line? We know that the slopes of this line is perpendicular to this line, so therefore the slope should be this. We know that we studied the property of the slopes of perpendicular lines. M1 M2 is equal to minus 1. We saw that. So if two lines are perpendicular, the product of their slopes will be -1. So therefore, what is the slope of this yellow line? The slope of this yellow line is 1 because y is equal to x minus 2, which is 1x minus 2. So the m is equal to 1. So therefore, can you tell me what is the slope of this red line? That will be, so by the way, this point is 2 comma 0. When we had the coordinate plane, we could say that. And also yeah, 2 comma 0. So this equation of this line will be y is equal to minus x plus b. Why it is minus x? Because m1 m2 is equal to minus 1. m1 we know, m1 is 1. So 1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. So the only way, so if you do the calculation, you will see that m2 is equal to minus 1. So that is why the slope is minus 1. So minus 1x I have written as minus x. Then the intercept I have given another variable plus b. Actually it is not a variable, it is a constant. We just don't know what the value is. So minus x plus b. So we need to, our next aim is to find b. Find the value of b. Now this point is a point in the yellow line and the red line, right? So if I put this value here, it should satisfy that equation. That means it should give me the b value. For example, x, because this point is a line, this point lies on the red line and the yellow line. So it should satisfy both these equations. But for now, we will only consider, for now we will put this point in this equation and we'll get the value. So y is equal to 2 is equal to minus x. What is minus? I'm sorry, y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0 is equal to minus x. What is minus x? X is 2, so minus 2 plus b. Okay, so what is the value of b? B is 2. So we got the equation. We got y is equal to minus x plus 2. Now the next aim is to find the point, find the coordinates of this point. Now students, look carefully. This point lies in the red line and the blue line, right? Now if you take the coordinate plane, now this line lies in both these lines. We can see that. So because this point lies in both these lines, it has to satisfy both these equations. Both these equations should be true, should be equal. Both these equations should be equal for this point, only for this point, because it is the only point which is coming in both these lines. So therefore, if I equate these two equations, that is minus x plus 2, if I equate minus x plus 2 is equal to y is equal to minus x plus 2 is equal to y is equal to x plus 3. So is equal to x plus 3. If I equate these two equations, you will see that you will get the x value as 1 by 2. So one of the coordinates we got minus 1 by 2. X value is minus 1 by 2. Now we need the y coordinate. How to find the y coordinate if you know the x? Both these equations are true for that point. So substitute the value of x in any of these 2 points, any of these 2 lines, and you will get the answer for y. Just substitute the value for x in any of these 2 equations, you will get the answer for y. And the y coordinate will be 5 by 2. So students, did you see that? We got the equation, we got the point of this, we got the coordinates, we got the coordinates of this point, and now we have the coordinates of this point. Now to find the distance is very easy. Use the distance formula directly and you get the distance. So this is a way to, this is one way to find the distance of the equation. Now I know this is a little long, but it is more understandable. Do you see that? Now another way is to directly use a formula which is given in your textbook, that is d is equal to, distance is equal to c1 minus c2 whole divided by root of 1 plus m square, where m is the slope. Now, do you have any idea why they didn't write m1 and m2? Because m1 and m, because there are two lines, but they only wrote m. Why? Because these two lines are parallel lines. Parallel lines, the slope is the same, so therefore it doesn't matter. So 1 plus m square, and c1 minus c2. c1 is the y-intercept of any one of the lines, and c2 is the y-intercept of other line. So if you, and this is the absolute value, why are they taking the absolute value or the modulus? Why are they taking the modulus? Is because distance can never be negative. So even if you get something like minus 5, because there is a modulus, the answer will be 5. Okay, but that is another way of doing it. This, maybe if you want, you can use this formula directly and you can get the answer. But otherwise, if you want to do it kind of using all the things that you already studied, then I would recommend you the other way. It takes a little more time, but it's good to know how to do that. Okay, so that is all for this video.